The federal government has commenced the plotting of disputed and newly drilled oil and gas wells across Nigeria's oil-producing states. The chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC, Dr. Mohammed Bello Shehu, disclosed this during the flag-off ceremony at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja.
Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission is empowered by paragraph 32A of Part 1 of the third schedule of the 1999 Constitution as amended, amongst others, monitor accruals and disbursement of revenue from Federation account. By virtue of this, the Commission is empowered to ensure that the 13% innovation fund is disbursed equitably among oil and gas producing states. This is constitutional. No argument about this. It is in line with this constitutional mandate that the Commission inaugurated Interagency Technical Committee, which comprises of National Boundary Commission, the Office of the Surveyor General of the Federation, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission rubric, and Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, and saddled it with the responsibilities of verifying and plotting coordinates of the disputed and newly drilled oil and gas wells of the affected oil producing states. The IATC has verified the coordinates, and the next phase is to plot the coordinates which will lead to resolving the location, particular location of the disputed oil and gas wells, as well as attribute the newly drilled oil and gas wells to the rightful owners. It is in this respect of this development that I urge the representatives of the affected oil producing states to actively participate while plotting the verified coordinates so that the outcome will be acceptable to all. And I want to assure the affected parties that the Commission will be an unbiased umpire and will deploy justice, equity, and fairness for which it is known. The Commission, on its part, appreciates the unflinching support of President Mohammed Bello Shehu and other stakeholders by empowering the Commission, as well as many long overdue fiscal reforms within the fiscal and financial spectrum. Worth mentioning is the new tax reform, which will certainly eliminate taxes to the most vulnerable earners and also ensure efficient and timely collection, and by extension bring more revenue into the Federation coffers, thus enhancing the overall well-being of our federating units, the states and local governments. The Commission is challenging those who may have doubts about the integrity or otherwise of this process to speak now. The work is too important to be verified at a later date. The Commission, with the cooperation given by all the stakeholders, rubric, Boundary Commission, as Surveyor General of the Federation, and also the oil producing states and their representatives and various stakeholders during this committee assignment, the Commission wishes to thank you all for your cooperation. The Commission also wishes to thank the staff that were in the field for a period of, I believe, 4 months. They were actually in the field, in the waters, deep inside, and there is something remarkable that had never been done in this Commission before. This is the first time, so I appreciate you. All the agencies that part.
Dr. Shehu said the exercise follows the successful verification of well coordinates by the Interagency Technical Committee and is aimed at resolving ownership disputes and ensuring oil-producing states receive their rightful share of revenue. He explained that the Constitution mandates the payment of 13% derivation to states where oil and gas are produced, making the exercise a legal and constitutional obligation.
Oil producers, Akwa Ibom, Togosingo, Bayelsa, Edo, Ondo, rivers, and offshore, and the Delta. You know, it's constitutional that 13% derivatives are given to states where minerals are produced, especially in oil and gas. So it's in this respect that NUPRO brought to the Commission so that we can verify the coordinates of those new oil wells and those disputed ones. And this is what the Commission did, inaugurated the technical committee, interagency technical committees comprising of NUPRIC, Office of the Surveyor General of Federation, National Boundary Commission, Revenue Mobilisation, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. This we did back in July. And a couple of months after, I think probably around October or September, we now went to the field. I was there myself at the opening ceremony, and we went actually to the field to take those coordinates. And we did it in conjunction with the surveyor generals of all the oil producing states so that they can be witnesses. And the NUPRIC, as well as Office of the Surveyor General of the Federation, as well as National Boundary Commission. We had uniform, they've been to the high sea, they've been to the creek, they've been everywhere. That exercise just recently concluded, sometimes last week. So it's those reports that they brought to us. Now the plotting of the coordinates will start. So there had been traditional disputes between states in terms of who owns what. So this is a continuation of verification of those things. You know, whenever new oil fields started producing, after a while, they will want to know which state actually owns that, or which state should get that 13% derivatives. So it's in this line that we are doing this exercise, and we intend to do it fairly, justly, and equitably, without any bias. What the process will take, the actual coordinates, the plotting of the coordinates will actually take 5 days here. But we have all the data. We have all the data. We have an equipment that we believe no one in Nigeria has it, not even look. You know, we hired our drones in places where we cannot actually physically be there. We've sent the drones, they have taken the coordinates. We are going to analyze in the presence of all those states that are present.
What is your message to those citizens?
Well, it's, my message for them is to thank them for cooperating with the Commission. They have all been diligent, they have been there, they have witnessed whatever coordinates we take, we give to them, they are there, so they have witnessed. So the states, we don't have any problem with them. We hope that at the end of this exercise, some of those disputes will go down.
Do you have any specific states that are right now being at loggerheads as regards the coordinates of particular areas? Right?
No, we don't know any state that is at loggerheads. Everybody wants to own. You know, if they say there is a new oil field between this state and that state, always every state will want to claim this is their own, but it's the facts on the ground that we reveal who actually owns that. And if it's something that had to be shared between the two states, then so be it.
When will you give us a final report?
They will finish their exercise this week. Probably by next week, this should be out of there.
The chairman noted that the exercise covers onshore and offshore locations, adding the extensive fieldwork, including the use of drones, was carried out in the presence of representatives of affected states to guarantee transparency. Dr. Shehu assured stakeholders that RMAFC would remain impartial and committed to justice, equity and fairness, expressing confidence that the outcome would reduce disputes and strengthen trust in the derivation process. Sifi Abdurrahim Dapa reporting, Africa 247 channel.